All right. We're live at 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is an STSPod.club production, and that was our brand new theme song. If you're listening to it on the main feed, it's the metal version of Rollin Into Mempho, kind of grunge metal. Josh and Richard from P3 Radio, we thank you very much. RynoJB, episode 675, episode 100 with the brand new theme. Welcome back from assignment. I told everybody you was on assignment last week. So there you go.
On assignment, BT?
Kayfabe, man. Kayfabe. You know what happened in our
Kayfabe.
On assignment, man. On
assignment. A little bit of dreamland right there. But no, for sure. Episode 100, BT, can you believe it? Episode 100, Memphis Wrestling. I had to wear the Memphis Wrestling shirt, man. Since day one, you and I have been doing this podcast. Episode 100. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for allowing me to be here next to you throughout all of this. This has been an absolute honor. This is incredible.
I think it's an accomplishment not only with our podcast, but with the Memphis Wrestling. 100 shows is a big deal. Comedies, they want 100 shows so that they can syndicate. 100 shows is a big deal. And we got Question of the Week coming up later. And it's going to be about what's going to happen in the next 100 shows. I'm excited about that part. Real quick reminder, Patreon, go to stspod.club. And in the right-hand corner, the link to all links. A big shout-out to Big Dan for joining Patreon. Big Dan. And follow us also, man. You don't know nothing about this yet, Rhino, but we're on TikTok. We're blowing up. We're blowing up on TikTok. STSPod Club. Every day I do the Shiznit Minute. The Shiznit Minute every day. This Friday coming up, Brighton Middle School, Brighton, Tennessee, the Brighton Bunkhouse Brawl. Man, I may get in my car and drive to Brighton on Friday night because I love bunkhouse brawls. I bet someone might bleed. There we go.
What's a bunkhouse brawl?
You've never seen the bunkhouse brawl? Look it up on a Starcade. The Starcade had a bunkhouse brawl. It had Dusty, and I think it had Dustin in it. It's just, I don't know, street fight. There you go. That's kind of a street fight. So there you go.
Bunkhouse brawl.
Yeah. Every week, guys, we do hits, misses for 100 weeks. MVP, Question of the Week. What do you look forward to for next week or in the future? And must see. We're going to start with RynoJB. Back from assignment. Rhino, what are your hits?
My hits this week, man, it goes a little something like this. We had a little bit, celebrating episode 100. We had a little bit of a Mickie James tribute to kick off the show right there. I remember I was there when Mickie James came through to Memphis Wrestling. And again, we're celebrating 100 episodes of Memphis Wrestling. 100, BT. I mean, 3 digits. My God. It started off the show with a little bit of a tribute right there, and I thought that was a really good look. Mickie James, who just won the Impact Women's Championship. She brought that championship down to Memphis Wrestling. If you missed it, make sure you go back and watch that episode featuring Mickie James and that championship. We also saw Jennifer Justice versus Cassandra Golden. Cassandra Golden got a big win right there. Kate Toomer had another incredible promo. BT, these promos, I'm digging these promos that are done at the house or out and about in quote unquote real life. I'm digging this. Here we saw a promo with Kate Toomer at the gas station. A little bit of a hit was put on his head, if you will, but he handled that. He handled that business there. Loved that promo. Loved that promo. And sure enough, BT, sure enough.
Oh yeah.
Not sure enough. Not sure enough. Sure enough. We saw Austin Lane and Matt Williams. Austin Lane and let me make sure I'm saying this right. Bulletproof Bruce.
That's it. Bulletproof Bruce. He is Jack Parker, Big Jack, what they call Big Jack Parker Jr. In this series. It's his brother, Bulletproof Bruce, and he's ready for a war, man. It's Bulletproof Bruce, yes.
I see, man. Bulletproof Bruce is the truth. Matt Williams came out with Big Jack, and we saw a tag team match there, and Austin Lane and Bulletproof Bruce got the W right there. We saw Mackenzie confront, man, Big John Dalton. asking Big John Dalton.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, what, man? Look, I know these two, and I know that they're good friends in real life. But Mackenzie Morgan's trying to figure out who attacked her. Who was it? She's even asking her best friends, "Was it you?" I know that you want an opportunity. This is Memphis wrestling, and an opportunity comes to anyone and everyone that's willing to step up. And she's even asking her friends, "Was it you?" Man, we got to figure out who was behind attacking Mackenzie Morgan as she confronts Big John Dalton. Big John Dalton was willing to give up the ring to Mackenzie Morgan. That shows you how close that they are. Aaron Roberts had one hell of a promo before he went against Kid Wrestling. Man, BT, Aaron Roberts. Oh my gosh. Listen, I know I've been big on this guy since day one, but let me tell you, BT, this guy right here might be the villain of the year. I don't know if since, you know what? Oh my gosh. I'm going to say this because we haven't said his name in a long time. Since the first Memphis Wrestling Heritage Champion, I don't know if we've seen a villain quite like this. Mike Anthony has been pretty badass. I can't give him too much props because he tries to beat me up every time I see him. But man, Aaron Roberts is coming through here and absolutely killing it. I think the last time we saw a villain like this was Alan Still as the Heritage Champion. And I think Aaron Roberts is absolutely killing it. I can't wait to see more with them. And then we saw Bret Michaels versus Mike Anthony. Shout out to Bret Michaels. BT, I don't even know what to say. Whatever I say is longer than the match. What happened, BT? What happened? Bret Michaels, new Heritage Champion. Those are my hits.
All right. I'm going to start piggyback K-Tumor. I like the little video that they did there with him coming back. You didn't touch on, but the Austin Lane had one of the best promos he's ever had.
Yes.
Very, very good. He called out Matt Williams. I was a big fan of the tag team match with the Bulletproof Bruce. I don't know. For some reason, Bruce reminds me of a wolf. I don't know. Forget I said that. John Dalton, Mackenzie Morgan. I don't know about this. Just in case, let me make a real good point about just in case. He comes out as a manager, and every time Hollywood Jimmy comes out, he screams into the microphone, yells, just in case, and this is going to be someone before your time, is the Nick Botwinkle of wrestling managers. Nick Botwinkle would come out, and he had Bobby Heenan to his side, and Nick would just talk normal like I'm talking now and tell what's going to happen. And Aaron Roberts is doing everything that Just in Case says. Big thumb up to Just in Case. And we have a new champion. Boom, boom, after the match in the crowd. As you said, I think our hits will be longer than the match. What happened? Since I was not spoiled, I was in total shock when Gun Show got into the ring and Anthony turned around. It was the whole story of the interview he did, the promo, and he turned around and, like he wasn't scared of him. And then I seen him getting ready. I said, there's no way it's going to be that quick. Well, the reign of Mike Anthony is over as we have the new champ. Woo, man, the Gun Show, Bret Michaels. Congratulations to Bret Michaels, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. All right. Hey, man, what about your misses?
I didn't have any misses this week. I thought this show was an absolutely solid show. I thought we got some great matches right there, and I thought we got a solid build-up for next week. I didn't have any misses.
The only thing, and I'm not sure where this is going. So I was not a big fan of Mackenzie Morgan's interview last week. I went back and looked at it a different direction. It's almost like she's confused. She got hit on the head. She don't know if it's a guy or girl. Now she's asking her friends. So I'm not sure if I'm going to like this, especially if they turn John Dalton so quick. But I don't know where it's going, and that's part of it. Also, they keep talking about Zay Washington lost his hair. Am I missing something? Both guys left the TV show with hair at the end. Come on, guys.
It might not be the hair that they wanted, though.
If I'm wrong, send me the video. If I'm wrong on that one.
They chopped up a little off the top.
A little, very little. So both guys I'll still say both guys had hair at the end. All right, we're up to MVP. Who is your MVP of the week?
My MVP this week is going to have to be Bret Michaels. Bret Michaels winning that championship in such fashion against Mike Anthony, a force that cannot be stopped. But Bret Michaels has dealt with this force before, came through, got the job done. He knew exactly what he needed to do, and he did just that. My MVP, the one and only, Bret Michaels.
In my MVP, Bret Michaels, the gun show. I love the finish. It was a big surprise for me. Like I said before, because I'm not spoiled, I love to see things like this happening. Him going in the crowd, go boom, boom, and had the whole crowd going. It shows what we say every week, all the time. Number one babyface, huge over with that crowd. They absolutely loved it. And I think they was just a tad bit shocked also because they couldn't believe that Mike Anthony lost so quick. All right, our MVP of the week, gun show, Bret Michaels. All right, before we get to question of the week, let me talk about, we had 2 episodes this week. We did the best of the best with Austin Lane. We talked about Roman Reigns against Logan Paul. We went through the whole psychology of that match, what they did, why they did it. It was really fun to listen to Austin Lane, 20-plus years experience, talking about a match and a psychology. We also did our Observing the Observer. I don't know if you're as familiar with Dave Meltzer as I am, because I've been reading the Observer since, I think we said 1985. But we go and we look at what he thought about the Wrestle Kingdom and the stars he gave. Lance and I say what stars we gave. And then I went on a tangent this week. Guys, if you're not a fan of Star System, you might want to hear what I said, because I'm kind of turning against the Star System also. So I even said Meltzer Minions. So there you go. Oh, man. I'll get heat for that one.
You're joining the dark side, VC.
Almost. I'm right on the fence, brother. I'm right on the fence. All right, guys. We're up to question of the week. All right, question of the week. Memphis Fan 650, that's Memphis Fan 650, says, hey, I'm from Columbus, Ohio. Love that. I watched the podcast and the TV show on YouTube. Thanks, man. We appreciate that. All over the United States. Man or girl, they never give their names. We have only had 3 champs, Alan Steele, Gun Show, and Mike Anthony. And it's soon to be 100 episodes, which he wrote this or she wrote this before that. BT and JB, who do you see? 3 champions, and that was Alan Steele, the Gun Show, Mike Anthony. There is, who do you see as Heritage Champ in the next 100 episodes? So I think they're asking, who do we see? Who would you see taking the belt, and who could be one of our newer champs? Our next champs.
I'll start off here. I got to give a huge shout out, first and foremost, to T-Boz 1. T-Boz 1, huge shout out to you.
Within the next 100 episodes.
I'm giving a huge shout out to T-Boz 1. T-Boz 1 is Timothy Bosby's mother. She's an absolutely incredible person. We had a huge connection one night at the night of SmackDown, but I got to give her a huge shout out. And I got to say, Timothy Bosby, within the next 100 episodes, man, Timothy Bosby is a pure natural athlete, maybe the best pure natural athlete within the Memphis Wrestling roster. He's only at the age of 18. He's got to win that Memphis Heritage Championship. And in my opinion, he's got to. Look, to enter the scene the way he has, I don't think when it comes to professional wrestling that there has been more of an interest in a wrestler here on Memphis Wrestling so quick and so sudden. I'm going for Timothy Bosby to win that. But before he gets to that championship, I think he's got to get to Austin Lane. Austin Lane, the best of the best. I'm trying to see the 2 of these guys have a match, BT. If I could book it, I'd book it tomorrow. But you asked me. Those two right there. I got to give it to Timothy Bosby and Austin Lane.
I'm going to agree with you on one of them. Austin Lane, I would love the story, and they've kind of give us the background of it. He used to work as a producer. He was undefeated for a year. Maybe it's the last part of his career. He goes for the title. Is he going to win it? Is he going to lose it? I'd like to see him as champ. And who else? Big Swole. I would like to see him as a short-term champion. And I got kind of you wouldn't really think about this guy, but he had some really good matches. I'd like to see if he could carry the belt as a heel or a babyface, and that's Big Jack Parker. I really would like to see Big Jack with the belt. I think he's there. I think he could give us some really good matches. So that's my picks. Thanks for question of the week. All right, we're back from question of the week. All right, what do you want to see on next week's show?
Next week, I'm hoping MKZ finds out who attacked her. Mackenzie Morgan, I'm trying to make sure, I want to tune in next week. I need to know who attacked Mackenzie Morgan. If she's asking her best friends who it was, man, this has got to be a big deal. So that's what I'm looking forward to next week. Who attacked Mackenzie Morgan? I hope she finds out.
All right, we got the big Grind City Rumble coming up next week. I'm not a fan. I've told you I'm not a fan of Rumbles, not a fan of Battle Royals. That's just not me, but I'm a fan of seeing who wins. So I'm excited to see what they do with that. All right, we're up to our final category, must see. What is your must see for the week?
My must see this week is Austin Lane and that tag team match. Austin Lane, like you said earlier, cut one hell of a promo. I was going to say that right here, right now. He cut one hell of a promo. Austin Lane has proven time and time again that he is the best of the best. I want to see Austin Lane go for a championship. I want to see Austin Lane as the champion, as the best of the best. We saw a new champion within Bret Michaels. I think that Bret Michaels needs some new competitors as the Memphis Heritage Champion from his first run. Here in this second one, I would love to see Bret Michaels versus Austin Lane with that title on the line, if not multiple times like we've seen with Bret Michaels and Mike Anthony. But I want to see Austin Lane go ahead, get to that championship title picture. That's what I'm looking forward to. That is my must watch. Austin Lane right here in this episode in a tag team match. But I'm telling people, look out for him in singles competition.
Right on. I will go for the must see. I'm just going to go with the promo. I like the tag team match too, like all four of those guys. But I will say must see from the week for me. Go watch that promo. They made a mention of something that the crowd got real quiet when he started talking, and that's a good thing. That's called. They actually thought. I hate saying they thought it was real, but they knew it was coming from his heart and they wanted to hear it. It was very well done. Big thumbs up to Austin Lane. All right, guys, we'll be here for episode 101. Same bad time, same bad channel on the Best of the Wrestling Podcast in the business. Be there. And as everyone knows, I love my mama.
Me too.